I will tell you this. I am not thrilled with this poster, but at least it's an improvement on that last poster. Remember that last poster that was one of the most brutally awful photoshops ever, where it's just, you know, T'Challa sitting in his throne, and clearly they just photoshopped Chadwick Boseman's head on a painted body or something. I mean, whatever, it looked ridiculous. It was a terrible poster.
Wakanda forever, nigga.
Marvel movie posters. Something for us to look at, theorize, get angry with, fall in love with, all in a matter of months before the actual movie or TV show releases. The movie posters are pretty much pointless, so I'm gonna rank, critique, whatever you want to call it, every single Marvel movie poster that Marvel Studios has put out. Iron Man. Throughout this video, you'll see that I don't really like the posters that just put faces and characters on them for the sake of name recognition or face recognition or whatever you want to call it. You might say, but hey, all those characters are very important. They're all important characters, right? Terrence Howard was sort of a big name at the time. He got paid more money in this Iron Man movie than Robert Downey Jr. did, like millions of more dollars than Robert Downey Jr. did. And the only reason I can see him on this poster right by the name of the movie, pretty much the front of the poster, is because he's a big name. I also don't like the whole floating heads sort of thing. This seems very bland and lacks uniqueness and creativity, so I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 10. The Incredible Hulk. This poster I really like. It is very simple. The background is meh, whatever, you can swap it out with any other background. But having Bruce Banner and the Hulk be back to back is absolutely perfect. Bruce Banner has to carry the weight of everything that the Hulk does, and vice versa. The Hulk has to carry the weight of everything Bruce Banner does. And the scale is, I think, pretty accurate. I do think Bruce Banner would be about that size if the Hulk stood next to him. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just like this poster significantly more better than the Iron Man poster. So I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. Iron Man 2. Again, another floating head thing. Let's throw all the faces, all the bodies on there. The one thing I actually like slightly better than the other one is that they don't put a floating head of the villain. They actually just put him at the bottom, near the title of the movie, with a giant explosion behind him. But the explosion does not look that good. I'll give this one a 4 out of 10. Thor. This one would have been good if there was a bunch of floating heads behind Thor. There is a little bit of uniqueness here, so I will give it that. But again, it just seems like another bland movie poster to me. I'll give this one a 5 out of 10. Captain America, the First Avenger. Oh boy, a bunch of floating characters to the left side, to the right side, the villain up top, the big head, the hero standing center, and Tommy Lee Jones there, because he's Tommy Lee Jones and he's in the movie for just a little bit, but he has to be on the poster because hey, you recognize that actor, right? I'm sorry, I love this movie. I actually like all the Marvel movies. I don't really have any problems with any of them, but I specifically love this one, but I'm gonna have to give this like a 1 out of 10. This is just a messy poster. The Avengers.
Oh, TJV, are you gonna sit here and give this a 2 out of 10 because there's a bunch of floating characters everywhere?
No, this is actually pretty decent. You see that they're in an environment, New York City, or some city if you didn't know it was New York City, and they look like they've just been fighting a battle. That's pretty much what the movie ends up becoming anyways. I do like this. Yes, it includes a lot of the characters, but it's about a bunch of those characters. Besides Hawkeye. Hawkeye really doesn't get much in the first Avengers movie. Besides that though, all the characters are very, very important and play a crucial role throughout the film. Even Nick Fury does. He's the one that brings them all together. I really, really like this poster. This poster was really well done, but as you will see with the future Avengers movies, we will not get another scene where we see all the characters placed in an environment and done as well as this. I will give this one a 7 out of 10. Iron Man 3. This is an amazing poster. Oh my god, I love this poster. This poster gets an instant like 9 out of 10. It's absolutely amazing and I love it. But this is not the official poster. People might argue with me down in the comments on which one is the actual official poster, but I'm sorry, this one is not it. The actual official movie poster that Marvel would put out and put in more theaters, spread around more, would be the one that entices people to sit in the theater. And the one that entices people to sit in the theaters is not a good, artistic, unique, dramatic poster like this. It's the one with all the characters and all their faces. And look, it's, oh my god, is that Ben Kingsley? Oh my god, it's Don Cheadle! Look, there's multiple Iron Man suits. Yeah, I'm sorry. The first poster I showed you would get like a 9.5 out of 10, while the official poster would get maybe a 2 or a 3. I'm only giving it a 2 or a 3 because there are some artistic choices in there, but again, it's very bland and not unique at all. This is probably one of the worst movie posters I'm going to be reviewing in here, so bear with me. Thor, The Dark World. Way too much is happening on this poster. Yes, I can see the two people in the front, Jane Foster and Thor, but besides that, everything else is a cluttered mess. They probably should have just focused it on Thor and Jane Foster, since Thor the Dark World is more of a love story than anything else. Nobody really cares about the whole dark elf thing. They're mainly there either for Loki or for the Thor and Jane Foster trade if you're on that. Honestly, the poster should have just been them two, but this entire poster is absolute garbage. I'm going to give this 0.5 out of 10. Guardians of the Galaxy. This poster is amazing. I love this poster so much, but this isn't the official poster. I'm showing you this because this is an official poster that they put out at first, which you'll see Marvel puts out an official poster, then a new poster, and then sometimes a finalized poster. Usually the only good one is the first one, and then the other two are usually bad. Some character posters are pretty good, but this first poster for Guardians of the Galaxy is absolutely amazing, and I love that little tagline, "You're welcome." There's a Guardians of the Galaxy 2 poster that has a similar tagline, and just remember that for later. But yeah, this one's amazing. I'd give this one like an 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10. But they released this. Now, this isn't that bad. It isn't like there's a bunch of floating characters. They try to make it like, oh, look at they're in an environment sort of thing, right? Well, no, not really. It's not as well done as the first Avengers movie. But it does go for this sort of space theme. You got the lasers. Now, obviously, the aliens like Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot. But then you got all the spaceships, the planets, the galaxy. So it does get some bonus points for being unique at the time, because we didn't really have a space movie until Guardians of the Galaxy. For the MCU, that is. I'll maybe give this one a 5.5 out of 10. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. This movie I actually like, and you can see that the movie poster, maker, creator, whatever you want to call them, whoever designed this poster did not do the whole, oh wow, Robert Redford's in the movie, we got to put him up front on the poster. No, he's clear in the background. Yes, he's like one of the main villains in the movie, so it makes sense for him to be small in the background. The only gripe I have about this is that Bucky is way too small. I would have put him maybe where Nick Fury was, but even then, Nick Fury does play an important part in the movie. So does Black Widow, and Captain America being front and center, pretty much like leading his own little mini team is how I saw it. This poster is done very, very well. I'd give this one a 6 or a 7 out of 10. I'll probably end up settling on like a 6.5 out of 10. Avengers, Age of Ultron. Oh, this is where I just don't understand it. Are they in a tornado? What is happening here? You got Quicksilver over here. He is completely horizontal to the poster. But then you come down to Iron Man, he's completely vertical. And then Nick Fury is sort of slanting to the left a little bit. I get what they were trying to go for here, but this is just messy. The only thing you're gonna see on this poster is maybe Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, and maybe Thor if you're lucky. Like I said, this poster is messy, but again, most Avengers films, big group ensemble films will do this, so I will cut it a little bit of slack, but not much. This poster gets a 4 out of 10 for me. Ant-Man. This poster is just god awful. Look at, we got so many actors. We got Michael Douglas, Michael Pena. We got all these characters, look at them, and then Ant-Man up front. I will give it like a half a point for putting a little Ant-Man on the little Marvel logo up front. That I like, but they could have designed an entire poster around the whole shrinking and him being small thing. They could have done something like that, but no, this is our official poster for Ant-Man. This one gets a 3.5 out of 10. Captain America, Civil War. This poster is pretty dope. It's simple, it gets to the point, you know who's fighting, and by this point in the MCU, you know who Chris Evans is, you know who Robert Downey Jr. is, you know who Captain America is, you know who Tony Stark is. I think this poster is absolutely perfect, and I would give it a 10 out of 10. I'm being serious there, 10 out of 10. This poster is absolutely perfect. I would not change a single thing about this. But this is not the official movie poster. They updated it. Yes, they did release this as the official movie poster, but they definitely did update it to this. And I gotta say, I didn't think it could get better. It did. It got slightly better. Yes, I'm usually against the whole,
Oh, add a bunch of characters, add a bunch of actors that people will know.
but they're not really doing it here. The characters are getting smaller and smaller and smaller in the background. Yes, you got the more prominent Anthony Mackie, Scarlett Johansson, but it's not done terribly. It's done in a way that, okay, yeah, you got two different teams, you want them to face off. This is a really good way to do it. And it sort of plays to what the first movie poster did, and so many people love the first movie poster. They made this one, and I think this one is just as good as the first one. Some people don't like it. They like the simplicity of the first one, but I really, really like it, and if you are going to do a team poster, you do it something like this. I'd give this one a 10 out of 10. Doctor Strange. There's not a lot of posters or artwork or anything really for this movie. It's really only the trailers, but this movie poster is the official movie poster technically. This poster pretty much does its job on saying, hey, look it, Doctor Strange. And yes, the movie is strange. Look it, there's tilting cities and water and all this other stuff. It does its job. I'd give it a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I don't really like the colors too much, so I'm probably going to lean closer to a 7. And then there's this poster that they sometimes use. I've seen this in a few theaters when I go to look at it. If this counts as an official movie poster, this one I think is even better, and I'd give this one a 9 out of 10. I don't know, I'm just a big fan of characters being super close up, or just the poster being the main character and doing something that the movie is about. Hence Doctor Strange doing magic. Just him. Good poster. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Remember that original Guardians of the Galaxy poster I showed you, and it had that little tagline down at the bottom? Well, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 came out, and they have another poster similar with another tagline saying, obviously. This poster is absolutely perfect. I would not change a single thing about this, and I would do the entire marketing around this. They are rock stars. They are posing like rock stars. The black and white just adds so much more depth to this, and you have yourself just looking at it on how beautiful everybody looks. Everyone's sort of doing their own thing too. Nebula's off to the side, kind of being a loner, like she is in the movie. Yondu is looking after Peter Quill and the entire team, really. Such a good dad. Rocket's sort of doing his own thing, which is kind of funny. Gamora sitting there being super serious, like she is in the movie. Peter Quill's trying to be suave. He's trying to be really, really cool. And Drax is looking down at his nipples like he says in the movie all the time. And then if you can catch it, Baby Groot's down by Star-Lord's boot. This movie poster does exactly what a poster should do, showing the characters in their true forms. And yes, the Guardians of the Galaxy, they are rock stars. They should seem like rock stars to us. But this is not the official movie poster. This would get a 10 out of 10. I'd even go above the 10 and go 11 out of 10. But this is not the official movie poster. This is the official movie poster, and this looks like garbage. It looks like someone puked on a blue piece of paper and then smeared it around and then was like,
You know what? It needs a little bit of green paint here. A little bit of yellow.
and boom, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, you got your poster. This is absolutely garbage. I'm going to give this one a 1 out of 10. After this amazing poster, I'm sorry, this is going to look like absolute trash. I bet it does look better than what I'm saying, but for right now, me recording this video, me looking at the two, sorry, this is a 1 out of 10. Spider-Man Homecoming. We thought we were going to get a decent poster like this, and this is a really good poster. It's very simple. I'd hang that up. It was super exciting getting the first standalone Spider-Man film in the MCU. This looked promising. All you needed is the Avengers Tower. You didn't need anything else. I'd give this one an 8 out of 10. It's a really solid, good movie poster. But they had to come out with more. This one specifically, wow, you had to add Iron Man in there. And the Avengers Tower just fits so snugly in there, doesn't it? I mean, you got the villain on there, Vulture. That looks pretty cool. And Spider-Man is in a very unique pose. We don't really see him on posters like this before. This is a good poster. I'd give this one a 6 out of 10. Maybe a 6.5 out of 10. This is not that bad of a poster.
But this is not the official poster.
This is the official poster. Oh my god, this is just as bad as Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 poster. This one gets a 0.5 out of 10. Thor Ragnarok. Oh boy, let's go. This looks awful. Too much is happening, and I get it. The movie's crazy, so the poster has to be crazy, right? Yeah, but this lacks any artistic value that actually goes with the film. Yes, you got some fancy colors, and there's some fancy colors in Thor Ragnarok. But what would be so much better than this would be something like a Hulk and Thor side by side, because the movie's kind of like a comedy between the two. It's like a buddy comedy in space. It'd be so much better just to have Hulk and Thor on a solo poster by themselves. Have that be an official poster poster. Why not? Loki plays a big part in this movie, so why is he so tiny? Again, this is really just for the name recognition, face recognition of many different actors, for all of us nerds to dissect every little bit of this poster, because that's what we do. Thor Ragnarok poster gets a 3 out of 10. Black Panther. Everyone freaked out when they saw this poster release. They said it looks ugly, Chadwick Boseman's face looks like it was just plopped in there, and yes, that might all be true. This is still a beautiful poster. I like it, I would hang it up, and it looked a lot better than what came out after it. I would definitely try to take a real photo of Chadwick Boseman at the time. That would have been my move instead of just photoshopping his face onto there, but it didn't look bad at all. But it still doesn't look too terrible like people are making it out to be. I'd give this one a 6 or a 7 out of 10. This poster, on the other end, does have some flaws here and there. There's a weird white glow that's just surrounding him. Again, don't know if that's my computer or if it's just how the poster looks. I'm pretty sure it's how the poster looks. But this one, I'd give a similar score, 6 or 7 out of 10. It highlights what you need to. It serves a good purpose for a poster, and I would definitely hang it up in my room. But holy crap, they always have to put out the mega poster. Look at all the actors. Look, it's Andy Serkis. Look, it's Martin Freeman. Said no one ever. This poster looks very, very similar to other Marvel posters. It's a bunch of floating characters because we need a bunch of floating characters. Gotta be different sizes because of their prominence or their name. This Black Panther poster gets a 2 out of 10. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman, I miss you. Avengers Infinity War. People are probably expecting me to crap all over this because, oh my god, it's a bunch of floating characters, name recognition, look at all those actors, oh my god. But I'm not gonna crap on it as much. You know why I don't like this poster, and you know why other people might not like this poster. It's just too much going on. A simple image of the Infinity Gauntlet and maybe Thanos' hand reaching out for it, maybe Iron Man's hand reaching out for it, that would have been a good creative poster, and I definitely hang that up in my room. And this poster, I would probably still hang up in my room. It's not like it's a terrible poster, it's just there's so much going on. That's probably why people like it. It's crazy, just like the film. But I do think that there's a better idea or a better poster out there. Maybe a fan made it, maybe Marvel has another one that they never released, but this one is not the best poster I've seen, and it's definitely not that great. I'd give this one a 4, maybe a 5 out of 10. Ant-Man and the Wasp. This movie poster is absolutely great, and this poster I'd probably give a 9.5 out of 10.
But this isn't the official movie poster.
This crap is. Oh boy, I don't need to keep talking. You know I don't like these types of posters. It is a little bit unique having the whole red and yellow and the white, and oh my god, it's streaking through the poster, and the characters are emerging from it. And look at, that's their helmet. I'll give this one a 4 out of 10, but no higher. Captain Marvel. Regardless if you like the film or not, this is probably one of my least favorite films of them all. This poster is pretty unique.
Wait, what? It's unique? We've seen character posters before.
Yeah, but they're not official posters for the movie. This is the official poster, and it's just her. It is the character poster. Instead of putting all the characters on the screen, the Skrulls, Nick Fury, Agent Coulson, members of the Kree, they just went with the character poster and put stuff in the background. On the left side, it represents her Kree origins and how she is growing up on the Kree planet, while on the right shows her origins from the Earth and her backstory of being a fighter pilot. This is an excellent poster. It was designed very well. I do think it has some unique qualities to it, and the colors definitely pop. You definitely see Brie Larson in this. I'll give this one an 8.5 out of 10. Avengers Endgame. I won't even say anything about it. It's maybe a 5 out of 10. I mean, they're getting slightly better, you know. They're getting more colorful, a little more unique. There's a bunch of streaks on this one, but all right, I'll do 5.5 out of 10. Spider-Man Far From Home. This poster is probably the perfect poster out of every single poster that's ever been invented, ever in history. If you took away the name of the movie, if you took away the date, if you took away everything besides what's just the poster, Spider-Man's mask with a bunch of stickers on it, and I asked any one of you guys, what is this movie about? If you saw this as the poster, everyone would sit here and guess exactly on the dot what it is.
Spider-Man is traveling.
Yeah, that's the movie. This poster is absolutely perfect. There is nothing that needs to change out of it. Giving this one an 11 out of 10. Or 10 out of 10 for those who don't want me to go over the score of 10.
But that is not the official poster.
This is the official poster, and this looks like garbage. I don't know who designed this poster, but it's the ugliest looking poster I've ever seen in my life. This gets an actual 0 out of 10. Not a 0.5. a 0 out of 10. This is ugly, really ugly. And Nick Fury does not play that big of a part in the movie. Zendaya plays a bigger part, so why isn't she up there? Hell, you can even put Ned on the poster. I'd be fine with that. But why is Nick Fury on there? Cash money. You want them butts in those seats. Alrighty, that is phase 1, 2, and 3 of all the Marvel posters. I'm gonna have to cut the video because I just realized this video is going on for a long time. But I will be uploading a phase 4 and all the Disney Plus shows and all of those posters, talking about them, ranking them. But this is phase 1, 2, and 3, all the Marvel movie posters. Let me know down in the comments what is your least favorite and what is your favorite. And let me know any other ideas you guys want me to do for videos. Hell, if you want to challenge me to make better posters than the one I'm calling out, I will take a crack at it. I'm pretty good at Photoshop. I'm pretty sure I can do it. But yeah, let me know that down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, share this video if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace.